Alright, so here we are for the first workout of the second week of practices. The warm-up you guys should be good with as far as the actual routine, the box jumps, and the shot put for gliders. Starting again with some of the things we did last week, so the power position progression. So watch the video from last week to review that if you need to. We're going to 1, 2, 3, walking 1, 2, 3 with foot rotation. So again, it's here, 1, 2, 3, and turn the foot. Okay, right, so you really start to feel the balance and the positioning and a little bit of that torque building up on the right side. From there, gliders are going to band glide. So you'll find some of the green stretch bands in the wall. All you're going to do is either have a partner hold it or connect it to something so that it's giving you some resistance. You're just going to hold it in your right hand, hold it in your left hand, just like you are when you do the towel drill sometime. You're holding it, and then you're just going to stand, you're going to glide and land. Now, hopefully, the resistance is not just holding you back and keeping on that right leg, but it's also really making you stay down on low too. Because if you're doing this and you're high, it's going to be hard to hold that position. So you're doing sets of 5 with that. So after you do 1, come back, reset, right back in, glide, land, balance. Really make sure that you have to drive. You really have to kick back now, especially with that left leg, to get yourself through with the extra resistance from holding the band. Okay? So those are important. Make sure you do a couple of left-handed and right-handed just so you balance it out a little bit. The rotational folks, you're going in a 3-step progression. So we're starting in the back, just like around the back of the circle. Step 1, swinging around, just like you do on the back. Square at the center of the circle. Step 2, stepping to the middle. Okay, so here we are, 1 and 2. So you see I'm nice and long, my legs, chest is nice and tall, left arm out in front, relaxed. And step 3 is just rotating around, getting into the power position. Okay, so you see I'm nice and low, over that right leg, left arm is nice and relaxed. Okay, so you're really focusing on coming out of the back when we're talking about winding and staying really low. So you get to this point, and you step, you're balanced, and then turning. Okay? So each part of that is really important. Make sure that you're focusing on turning on that right foot, especially from the middle of the circle around to the front of the circle. Stay on that right foot, be very active on it. Falling angel for gliders, again, we did that last week, so watch the video if you need a reminder. Rotational, same thing, back to middle, here, and stepping. So it's really just the first 2 parts of the drill we just did. I just want to make sure that you're doing the whole thing before you start working back, focusing on specific elements. For the rest of the practice, you guys are going to do a little bit of throwing, so it'll be a good chance to just get back into it and get a good feel for that. You can throw either indoor or outdoor shots. Might be better to throw indoors just because you'll be throwing indoors sooner than you'll be throwing outdoor shots, obviously. For the javelin folks, you're starting with med-ball wall drills, javelin pull-throughs again. So again, those are here, right, working around. It's left behind right. Also stepping and bringing around. Again, you can watch the video from last week to refresh your memory on those. You're doing some long throws with the basketball, right? So all it is, starting with the basketball in your hand, left behind right, step, and throw. So we're really working on posture, right? Bring the left arm in nice and high. And again, if you're throwing it correctly, you should see a nice long rotation of the basketball too, just like you're shooting a free throw. Okay, nice and smooth, so the seams are all spinning clockwise. Okay, so it's just back, step, and throw. Okay, make sure you're getting your hips around, make sure you're getting the right foot all the way around, and that left foot when you step nice and long out in front of you, giving you a good base, good foundation. From there, well, the one thing that you see with the javelin folks is reverse ball throw. So with these, what I would like, and I'll try to put this in the wall, is to have a tennis ball that's a little bit weighted with something inside of it just to give you a little heavier ball. When we're working on the decelerator muscles in your right arm that you're using, so obviously you're throwing a javelin this way and you're using your shoulder, you're using your back, your bicep, obviously your wrist as well as you're following through. Now we're working the decelerator muscles, so the muscles on the back side. So what we're going to do is you're going to hold a weighted ball, or if I don't have it in the wall in time, you can use either baseball or tennis ball or softball, any ball you can find with a little weight to it. What you're going to do is you're going to start from this position. So you're going to start with the right foot in front, okay, just like you finish the throw here and follow through. Except what you're going to do is you're going to start from this position, holding the ball in your right hand, and you're going to step back. And when you step back, you're going to release the ball backwards, just as if you're sort of rewinding yourself, getting back into a power position, right? So it's here, right in front of the left, holding the ball, and you step back, and you withdraw, and you throw the ball back behind you. So what it's doing is it's strengthening some of those muscles that are working as the decelerating muscles. This is accelerating, this is decelerating, okay? So it's just strengthening your shoulder in a different way, and also making it so that once you do get into more full throws, you're going to feel a little bit stronger because you're working more than just sort of the main muscles that you work when you're doing regular throws, okay? So it's here, back, and release, okay? So you should feel a little bit in your shoulder when you're done. And other than that, you're doing some crossovers with a javelin or turbo jab, and that's really about it for day one. That you guys should be good with everything else.